When the conversation turns serious, eyes often tell the story that words cannot. A person can speak calmly, even confidently, yet their decision to avoid your gaze gives away what is happening inside them. Eye contact has always been linked with openness, attention, and honesty. When someone breaks it during a difficult discussion, they are signaling a state of mind that is worth noticing. It doesn't always carry the same message, but it always reveals something significant about how they're experiencing the moment. Eye contact is more than a habit. It is a social bond. Children learn early to seek it for reassurance, and adults use it to measure trust. When it disappears, especially in conversations that carry weight, the shift has meaning. The silence of the eyes can point to discomfort, avoidance, or even emotions that feel too strong to manage. By paying attention to this detail, you can understand the hidden part of the interaction. 1. They are protecting themselves. In heavy conversations, looking directly into another person's eyes can feel too exposing. The gaze carries intensity, and some people instinctively avoid it as a way to protect themselves. They may not want to reveal fear, sadness, or insecurity that would become visible the moment their eyes are locked with yours. When self-protection is at play, the avoidance often comes with other behaviors: lowered voice, crossed arms, or keeping physical distance. All of these are small shields that reduce the sense of vulnerability. Avoiding your eyes is the most immediate one, because it cuts off the deepest form of connection. This behavior doesn't always mean they want to hide from you personally. It often means they are hiding from the feeling of being seen too clearly when emotions are running high. 2. They may be holding back the truth. Words can be chosen carefully, but eyes are harder to control. When someone avoids your gaze, it can be because what they are saying doesn't align with what they truly feel. Looking at you directly might reveal hesitation, guilt, or doubt, so they turn away to keep the mask in place. During hard talks, this is often the case when details don't fully add up. The person might give explanations, yet their inability to meet your eyes suggests they are filtering information. The eyes, if held, would reveal the gap between their words and their inner state. This doesn't always equal outright lying. Sometimes it is withholding, softening the reality, or trying to avoid causing pain. Still, the avoidance marks the presence of something unspoken. 3. They want to reduce conflict. Many people dislike confrontation so strongly that even a glance feels like pressure. When discussions heat up, looking straight into someone's eyes can feel like a challenge. By breaking eye contact, they hope to lower the intensity and keep the situation from escalating. In these moments, their body language tends to soften alongside the avoidance, turning slightly away, nodding quickly, or using short responses to move the conversation along. Their goal isn't deception, but escape from tension. It's their way of signaling, without words, that they want the conflict to pass with as little friction as possible. Avoiding the gaze is their attempt to soften the atmosphere when they fear things could worsen. 4. They are overwhelmed by emotion. Emotions rise sharply in serious discussions. For some, holding eye contact only magnifies those feelings, making it harder to stay composed. Looking down or away provides a release, a way to catch their breath and keep control over their reactions. This happens especially when feelings of sadness, guilt, or disappointment are involved. Direct gaze can trigger tears, anger, or shaking voices. To keep those reactions contained, they avoid the very thing that intensifies them: your eyes. Far from being a sign of disregard, this is often a coping mechanism. They are struggling internally and need to regulate their emotions before they can continue. 5. They feel ashamed. Shame is one of the strongest emotions linked to avoiding eye contact. When a person feels they have let you down or acted against their own values, looking at you becomes unbearable. Your eyes remind them of accountability, so they break the connection to protect what's left of their self-image. Unlike guilt, which focuses on actions, shame attacks the sense of self. That's why in these situations, avoiding your gaze feels safer than facing the reminder of what they regret. This reaction doesn't always last. As the conversation moves forward and emotions settle, eye contact can return once they feel less judged or more understood. 6. They are thinking hard. Not every break in eye contact comes from discomfort. Sometimes, the brain simply turns inward. When a person is concentrating on what to say during a serious talk, They may look away as they organize their thoughts. This is especially true in problem-solving conversations. Looking away reduces the distraction of your gaze and helps them focus. The lack of eye contact isn't rejection. It's a pause to collect their reasoning. If you notice their eyes shift upward, to the side, or down while they pause, it may reflect the mental effort of finding the right words under pressure. 7. They don't feel equal in the situation. Eye contact carries a message of equality. When someone avoids it, it can be because they feel at a disadvantage. In serious conversations, power dynamics become clear, and if they see themselves as lower in status or authority, they may find it difficult to meet your gaze. This is often seen in professional settings when an employee speaks with a manager, or in personal life when someone feels judged. Their avoidance signals an imbalance they sense in the moment. It's not necessarily about fear of you, but about the way they view the hierarchy in that situation. Eye contact feels safer when both sides feel level. Without that, one avoids to preserve dignity. 8. They are disconnecting from the talk. Sometimes the lack of eye contact signals withdrawal. In long or heavy discussions, a person may mentally check out. Avoiding your gaze becomes the physical sign that their mind is no longer fully present. This kind of withdrawal often comes with silence, short responses, or distraction with objects around them. It indicates they no longer want to engage at the same depth as before. When someone disconnects in this way, it shows that the conversation has crossed their limit of comfort or patience. Avoiding your eyes is their silent way of stepping back. 9. They are hiding resentment. Not every avoided glance comes from fear. Sometimes it comes from hidden hostility. When someone feels resentment but doesn't want to reveal it openly, avoiding your eyes allows them to keep that emotion contained. They may speak politely, even calmly, yet the lack of eye contact betrays the fact that something underneath is unresolved. Eye contact would make the unspoken anger more visible, so they choose to withhold it. This avoidance can feel cold or distant. It's not about nervousness, but about concealing stronger emotions they don't want to show directly. 10. They cannot face the consequences. At the deepest level, avoiding eye contact during a hard talk can mean they simply cannot face what the conversation represents. Whether it's the end of a relationship, an admission of failure, or a decision they regret, your eyes symbolize the reality they are trying to resist. In those moments, breaking the gaze is a refusal to confront the full weight of the consequences. They can speak words, but they cannot meet the look that carries the finality of the truth. This kind of avoidance is often the most telling. It signals that the gravity of the situation is too much for them to bear openly. When someone avoids eye contact during serious conversations, it always points to something beneath the surface: vulnerability, dishonesty, fear, or emotions they cannot yet handle. While the meaning changes with the context, the act itself is never empty. The eyes are the first place people turn to for connection, and when they turn away, that silence carries the truth they cannot say aloud. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.